Hi everyone and welcome to SlimChat number 11 or 12. Oh god, there's two blooming chats that I forget the number of now. Maybe I ought to check before I start. Never mind, you know me, I'm flaky and I don't mind who knows it. So had a bit of a lay-in this morning. Gary woke me up with a cup of tea and the words, "It's nearly 11 o'clock." So I thought, not again, surely. Although I didn't get to sleep till quite late last night because of the heat, and I was still awake when Gary came home from work. So I thought, you know, it's possible. So I looked at the time and it was 10:15. And I said, Gary, that's not nearly 11. That's a whole 3/4 of an hour away from 11. So he does that to me. And that's a man thing, you know. I've noticed that over the years, that men do that. You know, they round it up to the next hour, even if it's just a little bit past that one. And I said, well, it wasn't as bad as I thought, you know. I don't mind 10. 10-ish isn't a bad time. 10 is my limit, though. I don't ever really like sleeping in beyond that. But if I'm a late evening, you know, if I go have a late night, 10 is a good time. I'd rather wake up at 8 or 9, but I'd rather go to sleep at a decent time. So I still only had about 5 hours or so sleep, according to the Fitbit. So you know, it wasn't like a massive sleep in, because I just couldn't get off. It's been really humid evenings, and even though I've got a fan, I just can't get off. And plus, you know, when you start the loop of going to bed, you know, it happens one night, it has a knock-on effect the next night, then a knock-on effect, until eventually you've lost enough sleep to catch up. So that will happen to me soon, where I will catch up with that sleep and I'll get a decent night, and I'll hopefully readjust my body clock to sleep at a normal time. But I think with Gary starting like lates again, it has completely switched me for some reason as well. So today is weigh-in day, and I got up early for a tinkle, you know, like you do in the night, and I weighed myself and I'd stayed the same, and I wasn't very happy about that at all. So I put it in my app, and then eventually when I did finally wake up, I actually got on the scales and I'd lost. So I thought, what? So now it's not registered on the Slimming World app that I've lost, but it is on the Fitbit app. But I lost a pound, which isn't a massive amount, and I don't like losing a small amount, but at the same time it's a loss, and I'd rather have a loss than stay the same, and I'd certainly rather have a £1 loss than a gain. So I'm not too miffed when you consider if you were looking at a pound of fat, you would want to lose it, you know. So I'm not unhappy, I'm just, you could do better, Trace. That's how I'm kind of viewing that. So then Gary got on the scales, and after he had a massive, and I mean a really massive weight loss last week, he had a £1 weight loss. So we both lost 1 whole pound. So he wasn't particularly pleased, and I said to him, you know, I did a little pep talk. It's not a game, Gary. You know, we just need to sort of adjust a few things, stop eating so late at night, and, you know, that will help at no end. So, you know, I think he's okay. I said, you know, you had a huge weight loss last week. Your body's now playing catch up, and it will shrink. You know, it really is noticeable for me to still, when I look at him, I can really see it. But the oddest thing, you know, when I looked at myself in the mirror this morning, because I've got this full length mirror which tells awful tales at times, but I looked at it today and I thought, you know, you look slimmer. And I turned to the side and thought, yeah, you definitely do. Go on the scale, and at that particular early in the morning, and it stayed the same. But obviously I'd lost a pound, but it hadn't kind of registered at that point, which is weird. I think it's because we retain water, women. It's really difficult for us, you know. 1 minute we can be perfect, and the next minute we've retained fluid and we're like a huge sponge. So yeah, great fun being a girly. Anyway, back on the overnight oats this morning. I made strawberry, and I'm going to have some blueberries in it, because I've had them a while and I haven't been having the oats. We've been having toasted sandwiches because we bought the sandwich toaster. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that we're staying the same, is because our choices of food, we're stagnating a bit. You know, we had a toasted sandwich until that loaf of bread was gone. So that meant every morning having the same kind of breakfast. And I don't like to do that. I like to mix it up a little bit, although, you know, when I get on the overnight oats kick, I tend to have that all the time. But at least I vary the flavour, and it is a measured amount, whereas, you know, filling in a sandwich tends to be a bit more one day and a bit less the next, and a bit more hit and miss. So anyway, not saying I'm not going to have them anymore, because I definitely am, but just need a bit more variety. So today we've got fish, got some haddock, which should be really nice, kind of like a bit of smoked haddock. And we were going to have new potatoes with it, but Gary's now saying he wants to mash them. Not the new potatoes, because that would not really work, but we've got some old ones that he wants to have with like a mash. So I'm not really sure what we're going to have with it. He just needs to make it a bit more filling because of his working today and not really having a great deal to take. I think when I get off here I shall upload my videos, and then I'll go search the freezer, excuse me, got an itchy leg, for some stuff, because, you know, later on I will need some food, because if I eat early with Gary and it's fish, it's not exactly the most filling food, and then later on I will be hungry. So I decided, with Gemma doing so well with the intermittent fasting, that I might give it a try as well as this. So basically you just got to find a time in the evening that you stop eating, and then you don't eat until that time in the next morning, which is kind of easy if you sleep like me. You know, I didn't eat anything till gone 11, like after, I think it was about 10:30, when I had a yogurt and some fruit. And then I know it's late, but my body clock's not right, so it wasn't, if you know what I mean. My day didn't start till 11. So I figured, right, I won't eat until, you know, probably, and it's gone 12, so I've definitely done that. So hopefully if I start with that kind of thing, maybe that will help me. You never know. I can't see it, because as I said to Gemma, you know, when I was young I used to not eat breakfast, so I'd eat one meal a day, and I was never, well, I tell a lie, I was never really overweight. I just wasn't skinny, but I wasn't overweight. I'd kill for that body now. I was always disenchanted with the way I looked, but when I look back, that me could have really made the most of what she had, you know, but she just didn't, because she wanted to look like all the other kids that she who, whereas I was like that, but I didn't like that. It made me noticeable, and I didn't really like it. But you know, the me now would love it. Me now would love it, because I'm more like this now. Oh dear, never mind. So yes, gonna go look in the freezer, find something for Gary to take to work. And I know I've just ordered all those cookery books too, and I've not actually made one single solitary thing out of them, so need to be a little bit more proactive. That's the word. That's a good word. But I think it's because I had that day or couple of days where I was in one, and all I wanted to do was sit in the corner and feel sorry for myself. So I kind of did, and that's probably why. But at least I got creative, and I got a new crochet along for my other channel, Crochet Rocks. Link to that at the end if you want to join it. So there's tutorials to help teach you how to crochet. So yeah, we'll be putting that up soon. So at least, you know, it made me kind of get stuck into something, because I was in a miffed mood. You know, you kind of, I wasn't just down, I was a bit annoyed. So that always kind of makes me focus on something. And lucky for me, it was focusing on something creative. So that's cool. Anyway, I'm going to get off because I need to have something to eat now. It's about time. And I need to find something to make for Gary to take to work. And I'll upload my videos. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone. and I'll see you soon. I won't do a Slim Chat every day. I will do them as often as I can, and if I've got something that is worthy of reporting to you, or if I'm not in a mood. I make myself sound moody, but I'm not. I think it's I've never had so many mood changes since this whole pandemic began, but I think that's true of everybody, not just me. But and I'm quite buoyant most of the time. I'm quite a happy person, so you know, that's why I notice it when I'm not. So thanks for watching, as I said, and stay safe. See you soon. Bye for now, everyone.